Rotax-owner.com. Welcome to Rotax-owner.com's expanded information video covering Alert Service Bulletin ASB-912-060, 914-043. This Alert Service Bulletin deals with checking of the oil pump fixing bolts for correct torque. During quality checks, it was discovered in a limited production batch of engines that the oil pump fixing bolts may not have been torqued to proper specifications. This may cause oil leaks at the oil pump, or if left unchecked, could lead to an irregular oil supply to the engine, causing engine stoppage. Engines produced before September 2011 are not affected. In any case, the engine serial number should be checked with the bulletin. To check whether your engine is affected, refer to Section 1.1 of the bulletin for a list of specific engine serial numbers. Serial numbers for certified and non-certified engines are listed separately. Be sure to check the corresponding bulletin for your engine type. Serial numbers for certified engines are listed in Alert Service Bulletin ASB-912-060, 914-043. Serial numbers for non-certified engines are listed in Alert Service Bulletin ASB-912-060UL, 914-043UL. The term UL refers to non-certified engines. Engines produced before September 2011 are not affected. In any case, the engine serial number should be checked with the bulletin. Check your engine serial number against the list in Section 1.1 of the corresponding bulletin. If your engine serial number is not listed in Section 1.1, then your engine is not affected by this Alert Service Bulletin. If your engine serial number is listed in Section 1.1, then inspection as per Section 3 of the Bulletin must be conducted before the next flight, but no later than August 1st, 2012. All work must be performed in accordance with the relevant Rotax maintenance manuals and should be carried out by a qualified technician. Inspect the area of the oil pump for leaks. If no leaks are found, tighten the 4 oil pump fixing bolts. The bolts should be torqued to 90 inch-pounds or 10 Newton meters. If no leaks were found and the oil pump bolts have been checked for proper torque, no further action is required. If, during inspection, oil leaks are found, the oil pump must be removed and the O-rings replaced. A valve train inspection and lubrication system purge must also be performed. The following tasks need only be performed if oil leaks have been found at the oil pump. Instructions for servicing the oil pump assembly can be found in the Rotax 912-914 Heavy Maintenance Manual, Chapter 79, Section 3. Remove the oil pump. Inspect the surfaces of the oil pump assembly for any cracks or wear. Remove all O-rings and replace with new. Make sure the O-rings are properly seated into the oil pump housing. Reinstall the oil pump in accordance with the Heavy Maintenance Manual. Ensure that the O-rings stay in place and that the pump drive shaft aligns with the camshaft. Torque the bolts in a crosswise pattern to 90 inch-pounds or 10 Newton meters. Replace any gasket rings that have been removed with new. After reinstalling the oil pump, the valve train must now be inspected. This is to ensure that no damage was done by possible oil supply disruptions caused by loose oil pump fixing bolts. Instructions for checking the valve train can be found in the 912-914 Heavy Maintenance Manual, Chapter 72, Section 3.11. Remove the top spark plugs from all cylinders. Remove the valve covers and discard the O-rings. Remove the lower cylinder head cap nuts from the exhaust side or outside of each head. Gently tap the valve spring retainers with a small soft mallet to loosen the retainers from the cotters. Find top dead center of the compression stroke of the cylinder you are working on. This is when the piston is at the top of the cylinder and both valves are closed. Turn the crankshaft backwards to move the piston back by approximately 2 inches. Feed in approximately 3 feet of soft nylon rope into the cylinder through the top spark plug hole, leaving enough rope remaining outside for easy removal. A valve spring compressor tool will be required to remove the rocker arms and the valve springs. A tool is available from Rotax, part number 877387. Attach the support plate to the cylinder heads. Attach the valve compressor tool to the cylinder head and the support plate. Slowly and evenly tighten both compressor tool bolts until the valve springs are compressed enough to allow free play in the rocker arms. Remove the rocker arm shaft, being careful not to allow the rocker arms to fall. Remove both rocker arms. Rotate the crankshaft gently to bring the piston back to top dead center. This will hold the valves in place so they do not drop into the cylinder. Continue tightening both bolts of the compressor tool until the valve springs are compressed enough to allow the valve cotters to be removed. Remove the valve cotters using a small pick or magnet. Remove the compressor tool. Remove the valve springs and retainers. Inspect the valve spring washers for wear. Some polishing of the washer where the valve spring is located is normal. Excessive wear is an indication that the engine has been run with irregular oil supply. A maximum depth of wear on the valve spring washer is no greater than 0.02 millimeters. If the valve spring washer wear is less than 0.02 millimeter, the valve train can be reassembled. If the wear on the valve spring washer is greater than 0.02 millimeters, the corresponding washer, valve, cotters, and valve spring retainer must be replaced with new. Reinstall the valve springs and retainers. Attach the valve compressor tool to the cylinder head and the support plate. Slowly and evenly tighten both compressor tool bolts until the valve springs are compressed enough to allow the valve cotters to be installed. Remove the rope from the cylinder. With the valve cotters installed, push the valves and cotters into the valve spring retainers. Put the rocker arms in place and push the rocker arm shaft through. Loosen and remove the compressor tool. Replace the lower cylinder head cap nut and pre-torque to 90 inch-pounds. Then continue to rotate the cap nut a further 180 degrees. Continue to check each valve train in all 4 cylinder heads. Remove the support bracket. Replace the valve covers with new O-rings. Torque the valve cover bolts to 90 inch-pounds. Ensure a minimum gap of 0.2 millimeters is allowed between the valve covers. Replace the spark plugs and torque to 180 inch-pounds. To remove any air that may have entered the oil system, a lubrication system purge must now be performed. See our video covering purging of the lubrication system. Instructions for purging the lubrication system can be found in Service Instruction SI-912-018, 914-020. If excessive valve spring washer wear is found, as an added precaution, a magnetic plug inspection is recommended. See our video on magnetic plug inspection. Conduct a test run and check for oil leaks at the oil pump and valve covers. Some residual oil may be trapped behind the oil pump housing and may slowly weep out during engine operation. If a small amount of oil is found after engine run, thoroughly clean the area, perform another test run, and check again for oil leaks. Check with your local service center or repair center for part numbers, availability, and pricing. Place an entry in the aircraft or engine logbook stating that the alert service bulletin has been complied with. Stay tuned to Rotax-owner.com for more product reviews, expanded instruction videos, and e-learning video modules.